I tell you what, this is about to drive a guy to drink. It's wet weather.
Kip Cullers may not look like royalty, but the Missouri farmer does have a regal reputation as the soybean king. In 2006, Cullers crushed the previous soybean record of 118 bushels per acre with a 139 bushels per acre harvest.
The reason we planted soybeans out there was for the 2007 corn yield contest. The actual intention was to plow them down as a green manure crop. But Scott Dickey, one of my pioneer agronomists, was down and he was asked about soybeans. He said, "What do soybeans look like?" And I said, "Oh, they look okay, so let's go look at them." So we went and looked at them and went, "Holy cow, you better start taking care of these." So that's how it actually all came about. It was really by accident.
If 2006 was an accident, then 2007 was a catastrophe. 1 year after setting a new soybean record of 139 bushels an acre, Cullers shattered that record with a 154 bushel per acre yield.
The 139, I mean, we really didn't have any idea. We knew they was going to be way over 100. We didn't know how much. I mean, everybody that looked at it was like, "Holy cow, I've never seen anything like it." And last year when they made the 154, you know, basically the same thing. A lot of it had to do with our average seed size on those was about 2,100 seeds per pound at harvest, which normal is about 3,000. So, you know, basically a third of our yield just fell free out of the sky by having larger seed.
Cullers believes the most important thing a farmer can do to improve his yields is to plant the right genetics. While there are plenty of experts who disagree with him, he also feels that larger seed will produce a more vigorous plant with greater yields.
Most people would rather plant the small seed because you're buying it by the pound versus by the K, and so the smaller the seed, the more seeds you get in a bag, and it saves a little seed cost. But you know, I don't know, it's each his own. But the way I look at it is, corn's $6 and beans are 13, so you can spend a little extra on seed. It's not that big a deal.
Despite his recognition as the nation's soybean king, Cullers' primary crop is corn. With over 12,000 acres in production, he's a big believer in identifying problems before they get out of hand and applies a fungicide to the 700 acres of soybeans he irrigates. He also scouts his fields every day, which adds up to a lot of time on the road. In fact, this spring, Cullers put over 11,000 miles on his pickup in just 3 months.
Definitely, you know, when I grew up, we farmed right there at home, and everything was in, I mean, you could walk if you had to. You know, now that'd be totally out of the question. With corn in 7 counties, I mean, my gosh, you'd never get to see it all.
Cullers also spends a lot of time on the phone talking to researchers and plants a lot of contest acres, where new ideas, technologies, and genetics are tested.
What we use our contest acres for is strictly a learning tool. What can I learn there and go apply that to all my normal acres? Because if you could add 10 bushels to every acre, my gosh, look at the reward that is on that.
We have done more than 100 bushel per acre here in Iowa, and our plants are tiny compared to his plants down there. So I believe him, I've seen it.
Palla Peterson is a soybean extension agronomist at Iowa State University and just one of the experts that Cullers turns to for advice.
And then just use 4 of these.
While Peterson encourages farmers to employ the same farming practices that Cullers follows, he believes that the Newtonia red soil that Cullers farms could be largely responsible for his high yields.
If you dug down here 12 feet deep, you know, it'd be red from top to bottom. There's only about 2,400 acres of it. Pretty well anywhere in the United States.
The soil, a sandy silt loam that drains extremely well, allows Cullers to irrigate his crops without having to worry about damaging the roots. And it allows him to grow more plants per acre than other soil types.
He's seeding extremely high seeding rate, but he's able to keep all the plants. If we, for example, in Iowa are seeding 200,000 seeds per acre, our final stand will probably be around 135, 140,000. So we will lose a lot of the seeds we're putting out there simply from plant to plant competition. But it can be many things on his farm. That's the reason why. Altitude, CO2 levels, growing degree units, many, many things.
When the national average yield for soybeans is 41 bushels an acre, a 155 bushel per acre yield gets attention from both researchers and growers.
The problem is I can't, I can't handle visitors. People come, we're not very far from Branson, and they looked that up on the map and they said, well, my gosh, that crazy nut to raise those high yield soybeans is only 50 minutes away, so we better go by and see him. The problem is I can't handle the visitors, and I won't give farm tours or nothing, and it's a really, really, really problem, because I have people shows up from all over the United States wanting to talk to me, and it's like, I'm sorry, I just can't, I don't have time, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I mean, I farm thousands of acres, and I just can't handle the visitors.
To help him answer all the how'd you do it questions, Pioneer Seeds has given Cullers space on their electronic newsletter called Growing Point. And if someone should take that information and dethrone him as the soybean king, that would suit Cullers just fine.
Hopefully there's a lot of people out there trying to break it, and maybe they'll break it, and then I can go talk to them and learn something from them. We make 250 bushels, but records are made to be broken, and I hope somebody hurries up and breaks it so I can go talk to them and see what they've done, because maybe I need to be doing things totally different than what I'm doing.
In the fall, we'll check back with Kip Cullers to see how this year's harvest fared. For Market to Market, I'm Jeannie Campbell.